What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dan Know Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystems. So we're running from the bears. We're running from the bears this morning, guys. We're just been in a perpetual battle with these bears, but we know that ultimately the bulls win the war. Okay? So let's catch our breath. We're running from those bears. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding the bell to be notified. We go live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we've been having some fun. So, holy crap, those bears. Those bears are fast. Those bears are really, really fast, guys. You gotta really watch out. You guys are like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, make sure you guys tune in on a regular basis, because we might be one of the few channels that have basically just been perma bullish. We've only gotten a little bearish, just maybe once or twice, I think, but ultimately we've been perma bullish, which some people would think is very irresponsible. But the reason why we've been so bullish is because we really do understand the use case of crypto, and we see what's coming down the pipe here in terms of the culture, in terms of how people are going to interact with each other, transact with each other, transact, the tokenization of different ecosystems that have already been a part of our culture, but now are going to be tokenized. The banks are joining crypto. The banks can't hang on any longer with the old system. They know that everything is going to be stable coined. Their treasuries are starting to be set up. They're directed more towards crypto, to be using crypto as collateral. That's a big thing. So I could just keep going. I literally could just keep going about the different use cases and utility for crypto in every single sector that has to do with getting from customer to customer, or business to customer, or just a store of value, gaming, infrastructure, privacy, contracts, real estate, everything. You could just keep going down the line. So there's no reason to be in fear right now, even though the fear and greed index would tell us otherwise. The fear and greed index would obviously tell us otherwise, that you should be running for the hills. You should be running for the hills. But what we need to do is we turn around on those bears and we go Claymore sword. You ever heard of a claymore? Boom! Slice those bears in half. Only the nerds know what a claymore is. All right, so this is what we need to be doing. We need to be shredding the bears in a damn shredder, and this is when we need to double down, because we know from past extreme fear. We pulled up a chart, the extreme fear chart. I wonder if I can get that back, because I thought I bookmarked it, because it was a really good fear and greed index of the stock market. Let's pull it back up, because this was a great chart. Oh, is this? Yay, I found it. Okay, cool. So this was a great chart to show you guys of where, from 2013, where we went into extreme fear. And then every time we went into extreme fear, you can see the rallies up into greed. So I would just take this and look, we already went into extreme fear in the beginning of the year. We went basically from mass greed that was happening right before the Trump election, right before Trump became president in the inauguration, going into January. If you look at your portfolio, if you were to look at your portfolio as a tracker on every wallet, and a great place to do that is actually CoinSats. You go to CoinSats and you can link up every single wallet that you have and it will track your progress. And I guarantee you, January of this year was the peak of your portfolio. Probably the highest it had ever been was in January. And then you saw it go straight down from there. And because the altcoins got destroyed, like, so yeah, that was that extreme fear, you know, going from January, going to January, February, March. It was just like, oh, it was terrible. So, and then you can see it went right back up into greed. And this is also represented in the cryptocurrency fear and greed index as well. Same thing. So when we go into what's happening now, we're getting that second fear and greed. And I just see it as a massive, 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 massive generational buying opportunity. Matt Hogan was saying this is as well as Tom Lee, both on a video that I was showing you guys yesterday on the live stream. I mean, these guys are a lot smarter than all these crypto bros that are on Twitter right now calling for the bear market and crypto to be over. You know, that's just the truth. And so what we have to remember is that this is an echo chamber of people that are just got into crypto. Some of them maybe have been in for 2 cycles, maybe a handful, 3 cycles from 2016 and 17. But most of all of these people that are on crypto Twitter right now came in after 2020. So you're going to listen to those people instead of the people like Tom Lee or Matt Hogan or Michael Saylor and all these people that have been setting up basically the trajectory into the new money system. And they've been working in the old financial rails for 30 plus years, but no, they don't know what they're talking about. They're only setting up for the new world paradigm of financial transacting. That they're only just loading up millions and millions of dollars of Ethereum, knowing that these rails are, like Solana, are going to be used by institutions for the next 5, 10, 15 years. Bitcoin will still be the top dog, regardless if Zcash goes to $1,000 or $2,000. Cool. Bitcoin will probably be at $1 million or more by that time anyway. Everyone is always trying to finagle themselves out of Bitcoin, and it's hilarious because when you look at Bitcoin, regardless of these short-term price action, if you look at the 4-hour on Bitcoin, sure, probably going to look like garbage. But when you look at it on the monthly and you look at it in terms of the total cryptocurrency market cap, doesn't look that bad. Actually doesn't look that bad. Actually kind of looks just like gold. Kind of looks just like gold. And we'll put the damn chart on there for you. New price scale. Gold. Oh, it looks exactly the same. Only that gold just hit the mark a little bit higher. So if we were to reprice Bitcoin in its true value against what gold has taken, it would be priced at $618,000 per Bitcoin. But because of the nature of how the liquidity's been running, we're not in a QE section yet of market and where liquidity is going to start flowing and opening up. The government's now open. We have the feds actually cutting rates. They will I think they're going to cut the rates because we've had this kind of divergence here of where the rates were coming in, where it was like a sure bet, 84% that they were going to cut rates. And then the Fed got kind of hawkish and people started to think, well, wait, there might be a 50-50 chance that they're going to cut rates. So now we're kind of sitting at a 54% chance. And this might match up with kind of matches up with the CME. So the CME group is predicting that there's a 50% chance that we will get a 25% basis cut, but they're almost like a 50-50 split on the CME group. So we're getting closer to this date. It's December 10th. So we're literally less than a month away. We're 21 days away. And so this is a tricky one because this could lead for the markets to potentially, because what happened last time is the markets rallied into the rate cut and then and then it rejected afterwards. It rallied into the rate cut and then rejected. Okay, so could it do this now? Could we be hitting a potential bottom here? It's a nasty candle. If you look at the monthly candle, it's a nasty candle. We got 2 red monthly candles, and if you look at the weekly on Bitcoin, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weekly red candles on Bitcoin. Okay, but what led up to that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles. Then we had some consolidation, and we had 1, 2, 3 weeks of green, and then it went sideways in the 120 range. So it had a lead up, went sideways, and now it's taking now it's dropping and trying to gain liquidity back into these lows. I mean, you can see it's happening. So that's kind of the through line here. And there is probably some high liquidity sitting at these levels here too. And that's the thing. Bitcoin could still hit in here. Doesn't matter. It really honestly doesn't matter if you're in crypto for the long term. That doesn't mean anything. Like, you could look at this and then you say, okay, cool. If it hits that, then there you go. Then then the chart is a little is the trend is a little bit longer is all. Then the channel just gets a little bit trickier. But you just have to have a little bit more faith, because what's the difference of you buying here or 79,000 when the price target is at $214,000 per Bitcoin? Why does it matter? That's why you DCA. It doesn't matter at that point. Put some ones and W's in the damn chat if you know what I'm talking about. YouTube's gonna continue to not put my channel in front of people, but that's fine. There's no way that they let 4,000 people know that I just went live because there's 3 people in here. So that is in the ratio of how many people are subscribed to this channel and that are concurrent viewing right now. I know for a fact YouTube is stonewalling me. So please do me a favor. The way that you can help combat that is to click on that share button. Click on that share button and share it. Repost it, like the stream, create a post on your YouTube, share it to your grandma, share it to everyone. I beg of you. While there's so many channels now that are talking about crypto. Well, I would say they're crypto trade. There's more crypto trading channels and crypto trading channels about talking about trading meme coins or trenching the meme, whatever, or leverage trading or something like that. I feel like there's a lot of channels that are like that right now. And I get it, because we kind of went into a section of the markets where you end up getting greedy, you end up gambling more, you end up trying to hedge your bets more. And really, this whole time, let's be honest, if we'd be honest with ourselves, we should have just done nothing. We should have just kept doing what we were doing 6 months ago and done nothing. Nothing. I don't even care. Not even farming an airdrop. Nothing. Just everything that you were buying before. All you had to do was do nothing. But what will happen is you get bored, you get fearful, you get greedy, and you think you need to be rich in 3 months. So then leverage gets in your mind. Oh, I can 4x, I can 5x, I can 10x. And then October 10th came around and showed you that even your 2x ain't damn safe. So on this channel, you've probably noticed I've lost like half my viewers, or half the viewership of some people that wanted to come here because I was trading and I was putting in trades and whatever. And I feel like half those people just stopped watching because I wasn't giving in their trade porn anymore. Now I'm talking about actual stuff real accumulation, watching these networks. I've gone through it. I mean, if you are actually paying attention to my live stream and you're paying attention, I'm not just running my mouth. Sometimes I am. But I'm talking about stuff that would actually help you to stay bullish and not become a gambler. Because I got caught in that. And if I got caught in it, well, I bet you probably could get caught in it too. Because I feel like I'm a pretty strong-willed person. But when it comes to money, things change. And people's emotions, you start to get revealed. And things about yourself start to get revealed. Especially when you're going to rely on something or think that that is what is going to be the ends meet of what is going to, quote, be your success. Wrong. So this is where we're going to set the record straight. We're going to set the record straight here. This channel is now going to be about education. You're going to set up digital wallets. You're going to start to get a little bit more serious about owning digital assets because that's the name of the game. This is the name of the game, is that you have this is what's great about crypto. You have the same opportunity that a trillionaire does in acquiring these networks. And if you only have $100, you literally have the same opportunity to acquire these things as anyone in the world. That's what's so great, because normally, and how some investing works, you don't have very much access to the same things that these billionaires do, and the same access to capital in super low interest and, you know, borrowing against their company's stock and stuff like that. Like, that's like the average person doesn't have that kind of money and exposure to be able to do that. But with crypto, it's completely different. You have all of the opportunity to get into what is decentralized finance, because there's no broker, there's no middleman, the only facilitator is you accepting the transaction to approve. And that requires you and there's the network to be operating, which is then powered by the nodes. And depending on what network you're using, it's either getting mined or it's getting validated by proof of stake, which is all up to the community in the network of who's going to be validating that. Because you have to be part of the token. You have to be part of the network. That's what Bitcoin is. So at Bitcoin, even when Bitcoins are all mined, when every single Bitcoin is mined off the network, mined off of the code, Bitcoin will still be rewarded with transactions, with the network, with the miners still pushing out the transactions. Because eventually there's not going to be any more Bitcoin to mine. And there's not 21 million Bitcoin because some of it's lost. So there really is only there's less Bitcoin than people realize. And eventually we will see the network effect really start to happen. And I think it's the one true network that shows and gives us the price that we deserve of Bitcoin. Like, we will always get the price that we deserve with Bitcoin. Because if you were to be honest with yourself, you remember seeing it at $5,000. You remember seeing it right before COVID at these prices. You remember seeing it at 20K and into maybe 2017. You might even remember seeing it and hearing about it in 2013 before the even first altcoin season was 2016-17. That was the first altcoin season. That was our first true altcoin season. And then the other bull market was in 2013, but there was barely any cryptos around that time. And so so you're telling me with the network effect that came into Bitcoin here, you're telling me that that's not good. The fundamentals just go away, even though we're in the best bullish framework for crypto we've ever been in the world. that's also being powered by AI. It's pretty wild. So this is why it doesn't make any sense to be bearish. It's just, you just have to know that these things take some time, especially when it's a disrupting paradigm shifter like crypto. It really is a big disruptor, and it's gonna be volatile. It's not going to be some kind of stable thing, even though ironically, stable coins is what is going to attribute to the super cycle of our altcoins pumping. Some people think, I don't get it, because when companies on the stock market do well, like Nvidia and all this stuff, look, we're waiting for Nvidia quarter earnings right now. That's what everyone's like, oh, is Nvidia going to show bad earnings so then we can all be bearish on AI and think it's a bubble? Stupid. No, it's not that. What is happening here? Let me show you really quick. Where the heck is it? Just a sec, I gotta find this thing. Stable thing, even though ironically, stable coins is what is going to attribute to the super cycle of our altcoins pumping. Some people think. Okay. Tell your coworkers you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu coin mooned. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. Ticker's Bitcoin breaking $1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit. No. I still got to record myself actually doing that whole skit. So yeah, what we wanted to show was the NVIDIA. We wanted to show, well, actually we wanted to show Adobe, because we have this whole thing building up with this AI bubble. Everyone thinks it's all going to crash and everything's going to go to zero. And if you were to be very macro trend seeking out, then you would know that there are going to be maybe a top handful of companies that will run it up, which is going to be like OpenAI and Tesla, the XAI and AMD and NVIDIA, Intel, Circle, all of these, Microsoft, oh my God, Google. They're all investing in AI, but it requires something. Chips. Who supplies the chips? Intel, AMD, and NVIDIA. Who gets exclusive rights to these chips? The Saudis now. Who's investing in America now with a $1 trillion deal to get exclusive chips to Saudi Arabia? NVIDIA through America. Who's investing in America? All these companies. How long is the Trump presidency going to last? Another 4 years. Do you see what the hell is happening? It's not a bubble. It's called the future. It's not a bubble. This is what you're just early investing, and people are just so scared, and they're attributing it to a 4-year cycle on crypto, and then passing it to where it's like, oh, okay, it can't get any more. And everyone always says like, oh, it can't get any more value than this. It's going to crash. It's going to crash. It goes down 20-25%. And then what does it do? Recover 150%. The stock market does that every time. And the Bitcoin represents the liquidity of cash in the world. Everyone go, oh, when it's all cash, Bitcoin represents what is the liquidity in the world right now. Bitcoin is a perfect representation of risk on and risk off. So these doomsayers are going to get people wrecked because it makes people turn into traders and speculators instead of being long-term macro investors, which always has made people more money. It's pretty easy to see the writing on the wall right now. For instance, another example is why I have the Adobe chart. You're like, why do you have the Adobe chart up? What the hell are you? You're a crypto channel. I have the Adobe chart up because I use Adobe every single day. I use Adobe Express every single day to make my thumbnails. And I can make videos on there too. You can make all kinds of stuff. Specifically, I use Adobe and I use it to make thumbnails for a place that I contract for. I use it all the freaking time. They just invested and acquired SEMrush Holdings for $1.9 billion, paying $12 per share, a 77.5% premium. The deal is approved and expected to close in early 2026. This is to help bolster their AI technology that they're investing in. And so you see stocks like this, and they could just be prime, because I look at Nvidia. Nvidia's already got the jump. You know, it just went up to like 2,000, and then it's recovered down to like 1,400, I believe. But I just see things like this hitting a nice support level, coming into the support level, and then continuing to jump here, because you can kind of see this as an ultimate. You can see this as a kind of a flag here, not like a straight flag, but like more so. This is what I think these companies could potentially be valued at going into the next 3 to 4 years. Because think of how much, and I think Adobe. You don't very much think about investing in Adobe, but I just started to think about it today. Yeah, guys, I don't think there's any reason to panic. I think we should chill the hell out. But thanks for tuning in today. We really appreciate it. We're about 30 minutes in. We're going to go till, correction, not crash. Mossad almost took over the stream. That's funny. All right, did you guys answer the poll? Let's see the poll. All right, 9 votes on the poll. You are bearish, aren't you? And okay, yes, okay, 67% said no. And then 33% said I own the best meme in history. Okay, so this is a good question for the chat. It's a good question for the chat. What is your favorite meme coin? What is your favorite meme coin? Like, you're just like, the coin that you don't care if it goes to zero, you don't care what it does. You are just a forever holder. You just like it because you like it. You don't even care if it's doing bad, good, or if it's going sideways. Mine, in this case, has always been ticker Bitcoin, but I have a few favorites. Like I like Wojak. I like Pepe, and I like ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic, 10 Inu. Those have always been my favorite. I think it was kind of like when I learned how to do crypto and be in the memes and NFTs, and whenever I was discovering all of this stuff, you know, I discovered Dogecoin. I knew what Dogecoin was before all these, but of course, you know, that was like that was the spark. I think Dogecoin was a spark for a lot of people in the GME craze, the Wall Street bets, like all of that definitely sparked a lot of people's interest. So Dogecoin definitely has a soft spot in everyone's heart, you know? But for me, I think that the three that really caught my eye was the Pepe, Wojak, ticker Bitcoin kind of combo. There was just there was something about it. And I will tell you, I really liked Ponky too. I still like Ponky. People call Ponky like a forced meme and all that stuff, but I think for in terms of like a degenerate monkey trader that's just trying to make it, like that kind of meme works. And it's like a Pepe monkey. essentially. So I always just attribute it as just kind of like a monkey Pepe derivative that's on Solana. And it really honestly did well, to be honest. Like the whole time I was talking about it, it actually did do everything that I said. I mean, it's my own fault. I didn't become a millionaire off of it. Like I should have just doubled down, you know? And that was, to say, the difference between me and Ragsy. Me and Ragsy actually bought the same stuff. The only difference is she like backed the truck up, and I kind of like backed up my little tricycle with the little container in the back, and I was like, here's a couple $100, you know, if that helps. You know, it's like, no, you gotta like go in. If you feel it like we did, and if you watch this channel long enough, we were bullish on most of the things that ran to billions of dollars, and we had the chance to like really, really like double down on it, and we effed it up. We effed it up. Because look, I mean, this thing did everything. This coin particularly did everything that we wanted it and said it was going to do. We were even talking about it way before it was even in these price ranges of 360. I mean, we were talking about it when it was like under $29 million. I mean, it was just like, I mean, geez. My own fault, you know. Same with Pepe, you know. It's like with Pepe, like I sold way too early. Like I could have held so much more Pepe. Woo! But we all have those stories, and a lot of us have that story with Bitcoin too. You know, like we said, you probably saw Bitcoin and had different amounts of Bitcoin. You've had to sell it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what you've had to do. But you probably feel like you could have had more Bitcoin than you do right now. Can't see the chat. Where's my chat? Okay, we got Nubcap. Come on, guys. Are you sleeping? What's going on? I just feel like people are so bearish. You don't even want to watch crypto live streams anymore. You don't even want to interact. But Twitter is getting a little better. I would say X is getting a little bit better. The X algo is helping, but I've just been giving YouTube a hard time, man. I'm like, what is going on? I want like that old vibe, 2021, people coming in wanting to, you know, learn about drop shipping t-shirts. I mean, geez, drop shipping t-shirt videos were getting millions of views. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Yeah, the ticker's Bitcoin, BTC and Bitcoin spelled Bitcoin. All right, let's get into a couple of little things here. One, I don't shield my crypto.com referral program enough. You can earn $50 in Crow rewards. Did you know that if you sign up with my link? You can use crypto.com in a lot of different places, and I would honestly, I'd be bullish Crow. It's not financial advice, but I mean, they are offering a lot of stuff. They're getting major investments, and I've been bullish Crow for a long time. So I have the receipts and the proof. Then there's a reason to be bullish Crow. So you got to check it out. Use the referral. And let me know if you like it. All right. This is really cool. We had a ticker Bitcoin competition. Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. Okay. So Coinbase has been shilling the Base app hard. And in correlation with tokenizing through Zora, which is also a social media platform that is very much base oriented. But recently, the create and post memes about your community earn fees in this coin only in the base app. So this is the winner of this particular this little competition that was going on. So after a long, arduous, and talent-filled and action-packed contest, we have determined the winner of the Bitcoin X base app contest. And it was a fellow Sproto. So that's pretty cool. So I love this. But why I'm bringing this up is Jesse, he bought a Sproto. He said, I am now Sproto. He had Blue loves the Sprotos. Obviously, Blue with the colors, everything that has to do with what's been memed with Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu makes sense with base. If you know anything about marketing, this is the best marketing that we could have of going into retail, learning about these particular apps like the base app, which is trying to be like a super app, making it easier for retail to come in and see what the heck's going on. And that's always been our thesis with some of these memes, is this is how Dogecoin got so much buy pressure, because it had legit spot buys from people downloading the Coinbase app and downloading the Robinhood app in other ways, and even Webull. I mean, people were just trying to buy Dogecoin everywhere. That's how it gained such critical mass, because it was just like, it was spot buying like crazy. So you think what could happen with some of these memes is that it gets so much mind share and attention, and it's not, you don't really know exactly which one it could be, but there are some good guesses. And my best guess is that the damn thing that has the best blue theme ever, the best culture, the best idea of a meme coin, a true meme that hasn't been forced, it hasn't been had to be recreated or revived, or it hasn't been PvP'd into a freaking pump fund token a million times. Like there's been a few that have tried to do the whole name combination, but it's an obvious copy. It's like it's just Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu is the original, and you cannot recreate it. So that's what makes it such a strong narrative. But then you have the obvious blue, and then you have the Sprotos, you have the NFT collection. You get this in enough mind share and enough faces, it eventually becomes a quote, what you would consider a household name, which is hilarious. And the name Bitcoin being Bitcoin on ETH, I just don't know what a better combination would be for Base and Coinbase to start being bullish on ticker Bitcoin. They were so bullish on all these garbage Solana memes that got PvP'd into the freaking ground. They were listing all of these spot as an official Coinbase listing. So I'm going to bet on a little bit of, quote, the underdog, which is the Tiki Bicky. Because you got to go fast. But yeah, but I've already been bullish. So and being quote on an autistic manner, but now seeing stuff like this, it gets me excited. And we all have bag bias too. So, give me a break. But we've talked about this coin when it's been in the toilet, when it's been doing good, when it's been going sideways. That's when you know you truly like a coin. You'll talk about it, and when it's trash. I mean, look, I should have told you I even like the Ponky chart. I even like Ponky, but then I just showed you the chart, and it looks like absolute trash. It looks so bad. It's just it looks like a nightmare, So But then you could even say, I mean, you could even say the same thing with the ticker Bitcoin chart. At the very end of this chart, you know, the very end of the chart, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's in the ground. It's at the bottom. It's literally it's 4 cents. And the all-time high was at 35 cents. So yeah, let's be honest. It looks like absolute trash. But if you flip your brain and you really like it, then you think this is like a generational opportunity. But you could think like this for a lot of coins. You could think like this for a broadening altcoin space. If you like XRP, if you're an XRP army person, you're salivating over XRP being $2 right now, because look, it was just cranking over $2 for a good few weeks. And also, it was like over $2 for all, like, it only wicked down into those levels, but then it's been pretty much consistently over $2 for the past few months. And don't even get me started. I mean, gosh, you could have been buying it all at these levels. Like I said, I think that XRP could have a nasty, sneaky little pump coming up here soon. 121% pump into the fib. I can just smell it. I don't know what. I feel it. I feel a Monero pump, an XRP pump. All of the things you don't think are going to pump are going to pump. Recently, I just saw a post of Solana mentioning about their liquidity being updated, adding the Solana pair token on the DEX screener. DEX screener reposted it. Guess what the LP was? Where was it set up? You probably noticed you'll notice this logo. Let's go to DEX screener. Notice something? Just paid DEX. Sorry about that. $43 million in liquidity. Market cap $1.8 billion. Sold to USDC. Orca. Do you understand? I see this just as like a swoop. Whoop, whoop. Oh, you like Toshi. Okay, you like Toshi. Okay, starting to get a little bit more. I like Toshi. Or you like Toshi? I knew Toshi was kind of around the same time as Brett. You had Degen, Toshi, Brett, Boomer. A bunch of base memes where it was kind of tricky. You just had to get in it. We were trading on base really early on, and we bought a bunch of those, and some of them did really well. But it was you know, you just had to be willing to not be greedy, and you had to be very fast. And you had to just lock in and because some of those that even eventually went to zero, they did have momentum spikes and opportunities for you to, you know, pull a Solana Jeet and do your 2x, 3x out. So you can only blame yourself. You can only blame yourself. All right. Bookmarks. This is funny. Trader Man said the Matrix is attacking me. And it's funny, like when people are claiming that the Matrix is attacking you, it's like, okay. apparently there's this thing called Groom at 500,000 market cap on Solana. And this person already thinks that, like, I'm not even going to read all this. Like, they're just going to explain, look, a dual mode privacy environment, online and offline mode. But then they said, long story in short, I'm a big misser of Zera. Why would someone think they're missing, and when this thing literally just came out and it hasn't even gone, like, it hasn't even launched yet? I'm a big misser of Zera, and I'm not going to miss this better tech one. So going to support and push this project for the long term. Calling here at a very low market cap. Any project similar to this under 3 or 4 mil is just a joke. But he's just saying, like, because he did it, because he thinks there's no other buying opportunity on this, he's just going to go to something else. I just thought that was funny. So let's look at this. Let's look at both of these tokens, and let's compare it. So we're going to go to Zera, which is literally contract migrated 13 days ago. It's at 28 mil. Let's duplicate this. Now let's go back to the post. And let's go and look at this contract. Okay. Ghost Room. The liquidity is at 76K. 387 holders. We're going to get the contract, and we're going to test it real quick. We're going to go into the contract analyzer. All right. So there's unlocked liquidities, medium severity, significant ownership concentration, not good. Top 10 holders own 37% of the supply. So that's already not good. Okay, so there's that. Now let's go to this contract, and we'll put it in the same screener. There we go. And now do you see the difference? There's very low risk, there's like very minimal issues, and the top 10 holders of this, quote, you missed it, top 10 holders are only holding 19% of the token, which means that most of the community is actually holding the token. So and then just 12 minutes ago, someone bought $6,905 of it. Let's look at that. I want to know what wallet this is. We're doing some investigation now. I want to see this wallet. Where's that wallet? 9 tokens. Oh, this is a decent. Hey, this is a decent wallet. Look at this wallet. 56,000. Let's go. See, this person's going to be a millionaire in 3 months. This person is going to be a millionaire. Let's go. They got wormhole ETH. That's funny though. They actually probably made some of this money by trading useless coin and nobody sausage and fart coin. because they have dust of it in their wallet. You could see the dust of these coins. That's where that 56K came from. All right, so I want to point out something to you guys that you might not have thought about, and it's funny. My wife actually pointed it out. She was watching some videos, and there was something happening across the United States that certain areas, and it actually is happening a lot. You've noticed your water bill and your electricity bill's gone up, but you haven't increased your usage. Okay? So why is it going up? You're asking that question. Well, I think we finally have revealed the answer. Everyday consumers are indirectly subsidizing a significant portion of the massive electricity and, to a lesser extent, water costs for AI-powered data centers. And this is a major factor behind rising utility bills in many parts of the United States, even when household usage has stayed flat. I think even household usage has gone down because people have been trying to save money. So they're like, hey, I'm going to plug in all my shit and I'm going to turn off, we're not going to use as much water. So why electricity bills are rising even with flat usage? AI training and inference require enormous computing power, which runs 24/7 in huge data centers, campuses. These facilities are extremely energy intense. A single large AI data center can consume as much electricity as hundreds of thousands of homes. So the key issue is how utilities recovering their costs. So when demand surges largely from data centers, utilities must build new power plants, transmission lines, substations, often billions of dollars per project. So what's happening is that we are eating the cost, not the big companies. The big companies are not coming in and saying, oh, we'll make sure we cover the cost of how much it's going to, but no, they're just going to increase our bill and increase our water bill. And if they increase it a certain amount over thousands and thousands of people, that's how they pay for it, by us. So it's pretty interesting. So your suspicion is largely correct on electricity. The AI boom is absolutely a big driver of the mystery bill increases many Americans are seeing. It's not a conspiracy. It's how regulated utilities and regional grids currently allocate the cost to you. The situation is getting political, though, because governors and legislatures hopefully we can do something about it. And multiple states are now demanding big tech to pay their fair share. So we may see reforms that shift more of the burden back to the data centers and the operators. So it's really interesting, though. In the meantime, the only direct ways individuals can fight back are energy efficiency upgrades, rooftop solar batteries to offset grid purchases, or pushing your state regulators, utility commission to create fair rate structures for hyperscale loads. So whatever state that you live in, if you're noticing your power bill go up and you're like, there's no reason why my power bill should be this much. You should be writing your senator and the governor, write whoever the hell, the mayor, everyone, and say, I should not be paying the cost for AI. And paying the cost that these companies should be paying for, because we need more money to invest. We're not going to get rich unless we invest, because you can work hard all day all you want, but over time your dollar is inflating by 10%, and it's only going to get worse. So if you keep holding cash and thinking you're just never going to get ahead by not investing, it's going to be really tragic. So if we keep paying through inflation and then through them taxing us through our freaking water bill and our electric bill, then we're not going to have enough money to be able to invest. which is hilarious because they're the ones making all the money and investing in AI, the quote trillions of dollars and investing in AI. But then if we are paying the extra water bill and the basic like utility stuff that we need to survive, we are paying more for that. We don't have enough money to then, so we're essentially making the rich richer if we don't wake the hell up. Because we need to become the rich. What'd you say, Headband? This is a fundraising event. What's a fundraising event? What are you talking about, Headband? Speaking of Headband, we're going to pull up one of his posts. Said, once we all get on the same page, we will all feel the same way. Sometimes you don't need to be different. You need unification. We need not to leave the car alone, but together to move in. We all need to become Satoshi. That's why he left himself anon, so we can take control. We have to take control. All right, we have a video to show you guys, and then we're going to end the live stream. We have a product demo that actually Dax posted about 2 weeks ago. Hopefully soon we'll get them on the channel so we can do a full breakdown. All right, let's watch this, and then we're going to end the live stream. We appreciate you guys being in.
Hi, I'm Dax. I am the founder and CEO of Zero Labs, and this is our hackathon submission and our quick little technical product demo. As we covered in my first video, what we're releasing today and submitting to the hackathon specifically is a web dashboard that is specifically designed to harden the privacy layer and the network layer when we're talking to things and services on chain without interrupting or screwing with other people's services. So you'll still be able to go to Jupyter pipelines and all these other things while being able to use our standard interface. Plus the idea being is, having worked at MetaMask, that when you work on a browser extension or you work on a wallet, especially in the browser today, that it's kind of the best it'll ever be because it's confined by the constraints of being a browser extension. So we wanted to extend that and allow people to have real-time access to their funds and the dashboard that has been built out for it. The idea being that all the data that comes through here, you can self-host or get a key from Helios so that you know exactly where the data is coming from and who you're talking to, so that you have control over your data through the whole timeline in existence. The really cool thing that we've been working on with this is low latency. This will be one of the best experiences short of a fully paid trading interface. We've designed it for roughly 7-second intervals with a cold back off so that you always have fresh data and fresh information to be making decisions, and being able to send and receive Solana directly from your wallet. Additionally, because we're using Privy and account abstraction, your grandmother can sign into here and put her credit card in and not even realize that she's using cryptocurrency. And as we move to the private cash portion and move towards doing this offline kind of Venmo style payment system, grandma won't even know that she's using it. But to our current submission, we worked on this quite a bit for making sure that you had up-to-date information and protected your privacy, and that our token and token fees are actually able to cover and be the fee-paying account for any transactions done within our platform, so that at the very least, if you're using some third-party service or whatever, the fee party transaction comes from kind of a shared hidden wallet that everyone's using together, and it's very hard to trace. Obviously, this is a quick implementation. This isn't the fastest thing, but we're going to be releasing features incrementally coming out over the month. So thank you. Please make sure you take a look at the code and how we have routed everything through our own API or our own workers that you can spin up yourself.
It's super cool. Honestly, it's really cool. I like the dashboard. I think something like that, just it's simple and it needs to be easy to use for grandma. I like that he says, you know, grandma's not even going to realize that she's using it. And so once it comes out, I will get my grandma to use it. And I might even make a video of us using it. I'll be like, you know, you mentioned my grandma, so we'll see how easy it is for my grandma to sign in and use it. Start getting her, get my grandma bullish Solana. She said, my grandma, I'm like, Gram, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I found this chill house. I don't know what this is. What is chill house? All right, guys. I'll see you later. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting the channel. Really do appreciate it. I honestly, I know I'll complain sometimes, but like, oh my gosh, there's 8 people in here. The you know, doom and gloom. But no, you guys are amazing. I really appreciate it. But I do believe that we will have thousands of retail just like foaming at the mouth trying to figure out what the hell to do. And my channel is going to be one of those that they will discover, you know, and I just have to have that delusional, you know, belief that that is going to be the case. You know, it's just, look, I mean, like no one gives a rip about crypto now, but it's funny. They will when green candles and price go up. So why quit and give up now? Why quit and give up now? Makes no sense. So makes absolutely no sense. And someone said something really interesting. They said, you know, the people that use Red Kev actually said it. Shout out to Red Kev. I actually have a Red Kev. I got a Red Kev emoji in here. Go to the chat. I got a Red Kev emoji. If you want to become a member of the channel, you can send a Red Kev emoji. Someone said, Mr. Red Kev said, you need to notice the people that show up when it's really bad. The people that consistently show up when it's good, bad, sideways. You just see them consistently showing up. Because those are the people that wherever a lot of other people will fall off, they'll disappear. They only come in when it's good. And you want to pay attention to the people that are consistently showing up all the time. So I see those people. I follow a lot of those people. And I am doing my best to be one of those people as well, where I'm being consistent. So I really want you guys to be bullish crypto for more so than just you making money. You know, I think once you get over like, okay, this will make me money. Okay, cool. But I think it's going to get a little bit more deeper than that. I think like fundamentally, it's going to be something really interesting that over the next, 10, 15, 20 years, it's going to get a little crazy. It's going to be a really nice catalyst of change, I think, where we can do something really interesting and cool. I don't know. At least I want to use it for good. I would like to use it for good. Any money and wealth that I make in crypto, I want to use it for good, health, and wealth, and to empower people. So let's keep that energy, my friends. All right, we'll see you later. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Peace.